Welcome. Very pleased to welcome you to ICAT's Annual Impact Report for 2022. I hope you find it inspiring, and I want to start you off by giving you some of my very personal highlights. 2022 saw transparency arrive at the highest level of government. At the COP in Egypt, we had two ministers at the ICAT side event, which was co-hosted by Nigeria and ICAT. At the Africa Regional Climate Week, we actually had 7 ministers participate in a transparency-focused event that we co-organized with the UNFCCC Secretariat and UNDP. And 2 months ago, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, President Tshisekedi, spoke about transparency and about the regional climate action transparency hub for Central Africa in a speech in front of heads of state and government that were gathering in the framework of the Economic Community for Central African States, ECAS. So all that high-level support should now make it much easier for the experts, for the officials that have to advance transparency efforts to do so. A special highlight this year were the ICAT community meetings that we held at the beginning of September in Copenhagen. We had almost 100 participants, including from 25 ICAT partner countries and from our implementing and supporting partners. And they discussed a range of topics, some very specialized new topics on the transparency agenda, but then also the overall progress in advancing the transparency agenda and the work on transparency, which has become more important than ever before. ICAT's regional transparency hubs have made significant progress this year. The hub in Central Asia developed its work plan and adopted that work plan at the end of September. And the regional hub in Central Africa started work with a workshop in mid-December. My preferred highlight remains what ICAT has been able to advance in working with ICAT's partner countries. Let me just highlight 3 countries by way of example. Belize developed a national transparency framework as part of the ICAT project, and the work then contributed to drafting a national climate change bill, which now enters into the legislative process. Fiji enacted a climate change act in 2022 that was drafted with the support of the ICAT project. And in Fiji, ICAT helped to develop a first MRV framework for agriculture, which now has identified measures that can enter into the next update of Fiji's NDC. Finally, China made a significant progress in working on the MRV framework for methane. Methane is a very important greenhouse gas, especially important because reductions in methane can help to bring about short-term benefits for the global climate. So these were just 3 highlights from ICAT's work in countries. To support the work in countries, ICAT has been further developing its toolbox. And here again, just a few highlights. One of them is the methodology that ICAT developed for tracking climate finance. Another one, a methodology for tracking just transitions processes. And the third one is a guide to support countries engage in Article 6 cooperative approaches, a guide that focuses on the transparency needs of Article 6 activities so that countries can get prepared for this. All this is now ready for application, and some of the country projects have already started. And what unites all these methodologies and tools is what I would highlight as the main theme for ICAT in 2022. Advancing transparency as a key tool for implementing NDCs. That's what developing countries are now very much engaged with. They have spent time to design their NDCs, also using data and information. But now the bigger challenge is to actually put these NDCs in practice. And there, transparency can make a significant contribution. Many countries have realized that and engaged much more actively than ever before. So I hope that you will enjoy reading this annual impact report. You'll be inspired. And if you have any feedback, please let us know. We look forward to engaging with you in 2023 and wish you all the best. Thank you.